I've got a cunning plan. No, my name's not Baldrick. It's time to get this Mini finished, you know? Now, there's a couple of things holding me back. The two big flaps in the middle that allow you to get in and out. Let me explain. So these doors, what I've got here, which are just beautiful and ready to go, they're not the original doors off the car. They're ones that I got from the Mini door company because mine were too knackered and they needed all painting and stuff. It just would have been a huge amount of work. So I got a couple of doors instead, painted them up, and they're ready to go on the car. One of the stalling points with this restoration is that I remember how much stuff had to come off the original doors, and I need a couple of like window runners and a couple of other bits, and it's been over a year since I stripped these doors down, and it's creating a mind block. I don't know if this has ever happened to you when you've been restoring a car, that you can't progress any further with it because in your head you're dreading a certain job on it, and for me it's these doors. So my idea is, over the next couple of days now, I'm gonna get as much of my stuff done on the Mini as I can, because there's not much more it needs now before it can be running and driving. And then I'm gonna send it with the doors off to either Mini Sport or Mini Mine in Stoke-on-Trent with all of my stuff from inside the doors, and I'm gonna pay them loads of money to rebuild my doors with parts that they have off the shelf. And I know that sounds like a little bit of a cop-out, but the problem I've got is that the inside bits of these doors might not be quite the same, and for me to try and second guess what I took off and trying to put it into a door that's different and all this sort of stuff, it's going to be a massive ball ache. So it's so much easier to just wipe my hands of this thing, get it over there and get them to do it. And then it's going to go off to Ben the trimmers just to finish a couple of little bits, and then it'll go to a detailer to make it all shiny, and then it's done and I've got a finished Mini. So that's going to save me a huge amount of time for me to spend on some of these resurrection projects. Now, today I'm going to be filming a few of my last jobs on the Mini, so let's get involved. This thing here is seized on, so I'm going to mask this area up and cut this thing off. It's a good job it's not like a year's worth of really nice fresh paint underneath, isn't it? Oh well. Right, make sure you put your eye protection on. Let's see if that's enough. It's off, it's off, it's off. Couple of little marks on there, but obviously you've got a big bezel that goes over there, but nothing around it's been damaged, so that is great news. Where did it go? I just threw it on the floor. So you can see it's all corroded inside and just horrible, but cutting that slit out of it took the pressure off, made it easier to get off. So that's job number one out of the way. It's not run for about 8 months, so I need to get it running because pushing it around all the time is nicked cool, but I don't want to get it running yet until the oil leak's sorted out of the gear selector and the oil and filter's changed, right? So that's my next job. However, it's not as simple as that. I bought the stuff for it about a year ago. I don't know where it is now. So what I'm thinking of doing is put a table in the middle of the workshop and get everything from the Mini and lay it all out, and it'll show us what jobs we've got left and what parts we've got left to finish. Great!
Drive the same roads every day. We both get there our own way. Thistle and an apple tree, how different two souls can be. But we both grow from the same sorrow if we both know can be like a tree in the wind. Same old roots, but I can bend, turning to understand and sway together. Now it's almost like a dance, the rendering of stubbornness, and it just cuts us deeper through the longer I'm away from you. Yeah, we fight good, we make love better if we both know we'll be together. I can be like the tree in the wind, same old roots, but I can bend, learning to understand and sway together. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby.
Right then, let's give you a sense of what lies ahead. Now, over here, this is everything for the doors, right? And as you can see, it's just a nightmare. I mean, like, what do these do? Are they swords or something? I don't know. And like, yeah, it's all, I mean, if I had all the time in the world, I could sit there and work all this out, but I don't. I'd much rather be messing about with the stuff outside. So the idea, I think, is going to be, let's ship this in its entirety, farm that out. We'll stick it all in this nice tray. Got the door cards and the Mini there. We'll get the doors hung, do all that nice stuff. Might even do the mirrors as well, because they're pretty simple. And then, yeah, we'll ship it out. Get all this put back together with people who might have replacements of these things on the shelf, you know, just stuff that you can just go and grab if you need it. Whereas here I might get halfway through the job and find out that I need all sorts of stuff. So it's just going to be a million times easier for someone else to do it. And then this, right, so starting from the top, little cylinder for the rear wheel. There just shims for the door. Got to put the VIN plate back on. Fog light, big ugly fog light. You know, do you really want to ruin this bum? That's where it sits normally, is like there, like that. It's not too bad, is it? Okay. We'll clean it up. We'll put it on. This thing, don't know what this does. In here, you've got some last minute finishing touches for the car. Strips along the side. It's going to be super cool, can't wait. I think that's the oil filter for it. I hope it is. This is a little rubber seal that goes around the filler neck of the tank. Everything that you see here all bolts onto the boot panel. And you've got a few new bits in there as well, a few brand new sort of number plate light lenses and things to make it all nice. Oh, and a new badge, which isn't going to match what's in there, which is a little bit annoying, but can I get a new badge made? Maybe I could. There's a red one there as well, that's the old one. This is the stuff that I was waiting for in the last video when we did the arches. This is wider, well, as wide as that, so it means we don't have to repaint the arches. So I'm going to redo the arches, refit the arches and fit all that. These are the side strips, they're all painted, they're ready to go on. This is a boot panel and a couple of number plates. And all this down here is a sort of boot panel trim kit. So it's going to make it all nice and new. So yeah, got a bit to get on with. God, it's all sorts of dirt and colours under here. I think once it's on the road and stuff, I'm going to spend a bit of time under here and just make it look as good underneath as it does on the top. But yeah, so this is what we've got to change, this little seal in here. Now, I hope it's that, because I have just noticed all this silicone around here. So I'm still hoping it's this thing in there, because that is the common oil leak point. So I don't know what all this is for. Yeah, let's just give it a big clean up now, and then we'll have a go at that. She's out! Mother, she's out! Right, let's try and pull that thing out now. And it's dead easy, this bit. You just give it one of these. There's nothing to worry about. You just give it one of these. Why are you not coming out then? Here. Oh, come on. Oh, I don't want to use the drill. Don't want to use the drill, but probably going to use the drill. Gently. Whoa! Mother, we're in! Why are you being like that though? Fucking hell. Oh, oil! Oh, it's close, nearly spilled oil on the floor. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ, someone's been in there with a silicone. Surprised this thing even runs. Can you see in there? Can you see all that silicone? Get out of the way. Can you see all that silicone? Trying to get it so you can actually see, look. Oh man. Okay, let's clean it up as best I can. Right, okay, well, so far so good, but you know, I give it about an hour before it starts leaking again. Let's see how that goes. I didn't have the kit to do the inside bit and redo all that, so I'm just going to leave that and hope that this does the trick. But if it doesn't, we will have to buy more things. Drains oil. Who took that? Oh, was it me? It's going to be interesting to see how much oil actually comes out of this. Bearing in mind that most of it has been soaking into my concrete floor for the past year. Bloody washer as well. Oh, come on. Close. A lovely colour. Why is there so much shiny metal bits in it? Oh no, it's just me. Okay, you stay there, look. Oh, let me give this a wash. What's that? Okay. I think all these lumps coming out of it, I think that's okay. Probably all the silicone from inside there, isn't it? Don't put silicone in your engines, guys, because it blocks up all your stuff, you know. Right, thankfully that was the right oil filter, so that's good. Well, I'm under here as well, there's little bits like that chalk mark and stuff. But I might need to give this a little bit of a redo down here, because you can see a few little bits that I've missed there in the paint and the prep. It's okay because like a lot of all this stuff I wanted to do black as well because I don't like red on cars unless it's a Vauxhall. Vauxhall has red bits on, not anything else, so I'll give all these a bit of a black at some point. But yeah, for now, let's get this on. It's got oil on there because there's oil up there, so. Borg and Beck as well, thinks it's a clutch. Ooh, lovely. Okay, so we're on. Let's drop her down, fill her with oil and see if she runs. Now I'm just filling this thing up now. Look how nice it is inside there. So cool, isn't it? So this, it had been all red and got a mini sport sticker on it. This is a stage 3 engine, that's what they call it, which means it is super fast. So, and I have driven this car. I've done a week or so's driving in it, and it is, yeah, it's absolutely terrifying, to be honest. It's just a race car. But we're nearly there, filling it full of 2050, and you'll be able to hear it shortly. Oh God, look at these. Have these been eaten by mice or something? It's not good, is it? Looking forward to getting this all detailed and polished up. This is all just like specks of dust, you know, dirt on everything here, but it's going to come up dead nice. Cool. Right, let's get that filled up. Should we try and see if this thing goes? Come on, baby. Battery needs more battery. Switch it to melt mode. Whee! Right, have we got any like choke or anything? Have you got a choke? I think that might be the choke. I can't remember. The wipers have just started to work. Ah! Oh, everything's happening here. Stop. There's a stereo on and everything. That's turning over just too fast. I don't know. Does it get any fuel, I wonder? Have I even attached the fuel stuff? I'm not sure if there's any fuel in it, so I'm going to put some fuel in it. Hello! What I can't hear is a fuel pump. Story of my life. Okay. Got power to the fuel pump, but I haven't got any fuel pump. What a pain in the ass. My other one's out there underneath the blue Austin. Right, let's have a swig of tea and think about this. If you've ever got a fuel pump that's not quite right, just hit it with a hammer a few times. These cheap Wilco ones are the best for fuel pumps. Right, just knock her off, check the oil. Right then, that would just run him up a bit more, I don't know. a good engine, they absolutely love it. That was a bit greedy. I tried to take all the choke off there. So happy. I just love hearing it run. I love hearing things run. It's a nippy little car this, I'm telling you. Nippy little car. Right, that's enough for me. Didn't need to hear any more. Right, so I'm just going to crack on with a couple of little jobs. First of which is to put this thing back on. Car's practically finished, man. Now these number plates are only temporary. They're the old ones that came with it. I'm not sure what style to go for, if it's black and silver or like an American style one. I don't really know. If you've got any ideas, if you could tell me in the comments, that'd be great, because I just really don't know. Do I get a sticky one? You know, I just don't know. I don't really like that though. That's the bottom line. Okie dokie, so it's time to start doing these things. And yeah, start, you know, replacing all these now that I know everything fits. And I also want to get cut into these bits here and just make all that fit that much nicer, you know. I want to get it all nice and tight up against there, put a little bit of touch up on there as well. Okay, join me back when I've finished. So the arches are redone. Just need a couple of things to find their home, and I've managed to get everything right up close and personal. But it was a big old job, this. Arches in total, just because don't fit perfectly anyway, you know, so that's the best I could get that, but whatever, it's all good. Looking much better anyway. So I've got to get stuck into here now, so I'm just going to give it a good clean, lick of paint, and then start building it back up. So this is like the best 60 quid I've ever spent. I don't know if you can see that. I think it was like 60 quid, might have been a bit more, but this is my new boot lining for the Mini, and it just flew in. You just push it into place, and that's it, you know. It's all fairly solid. That one moves a little bit, but you know, nice and solid on there. Just, that is quality. I'm so buzzing with that. It makes it look amazing. Really, really cool. So that's the boot box stuff. You know, that's got to be it, hasn't it, for this episode? I mean, there's not a lot left to bolt back on. Building the doors up and the wipers. Mini Mine have got back to me. That's getting booked in for the end of March. They're just going to box all that off, get it out my hair. I've got to put the panels on, put the doors on, build the rest of that up. That's it. And then it can go off to a detailer's then, and it can go and see Ben's trim and get him to do the last little bits, work out the handbrake gaiter and gear gaiter and that sort of stuff. And then, you know, what shall I do with it then? Finished. But what a great day. What a really busy day on the Mini. I'm absolutely buzzing with it. It looks fantastic. So yeah, thanks very much for watching this episode. And the next one will be maybe a couple of weeks. Me and Rob hanging doors. Bye-bye.